Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. In today's video, I'm gonna revisit last year's faves and fails. So I did this video a couple of months ago now, where I went back and I looked at my faves and fails from October, November of 2020. So in today's video, I'm gonna look at my faves from December 2020 and January of last year. And it's funny, like, first of all, for me, I just love to do this. I think it's so interesting to look back a year at the things I was loving, the things I wasn't loving, and sort of how those products have fared in my collection since then. So that's what we're gonna do today. I will link down below my faves and fails playlist, as well as these specific videos that I'm gonna reference today. So again, my faves and fails from December 2020 and from January of 2021. So let's get into the December products first, because there's a product in here I had forgot I owned, first of all. And then there's a product in here that hasn't done well in the year. So let me pull that up here on my computer. So the first product on here is still absolutely a favorite. These sponges are from Shop Miss A, and they are the Aoa Wonder Blender. You can buy these individually. I think they're about $1.30 Canadian, but I buy the big pack. I think the big pack is, I think you get 6 and it's like $8 or something. Anyways, you guys, if you love a sponge and you love the Beauty Blender, which I did for a lot of years, I would continually repurchase the beauty blenders, like the actual Beauty Blender brand off Sephora. I think they're about $25 in Canada. These are like $1 something. Just go buy these, buy a pack of these. They are the same thing. I love these sponges. They're just the perfect amount of sponginess. They're not too soft, but they're not firm either. And they blend my makeup out beautifully. I love a sponge. I use a sponge for almost everything, right? Because I go in with a lot of cream products. So anyways, if you haven't tried these, give these a try. They're so good. And even if you didn't like it, you're only out $1 something, honestly. So that's the first product that I talked about. And then the next thing that I talked about, and I'll list all these products down below too, but off the Shop Miss A website, they have these Calibrand brushes. And I picked one up that I talked about in my December faves and fails. And then I went back in and purchased another one that's in my January faves and fails. First of all, they're quite pretty. Like, I love this gradient where they've made it look like a natural hairbrush. It's not, of course, it's synthetic. And this is the Rounded Powder 751 brush. This brush was $1.32, again, Canadian. So I think everything on there is mostly $1 US, and that's the conversion. I use this all the time. It's just a nice big fluffy powder brush. It's not my favorite brush in my collection, but I think in the year I've had it, I wash it, pretty much weekly, really, and it's really held up. It looks good. It doesn't feel like a super expensive brush because it isn't, but I feel like it looks nice and it applies my powders well, and I get lots of use out of it. So yeah, I really like that one. So far, still faves. Okay, this next one. Wait till I show you guys this product. This is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. First of all, I've used almost none of it. Let me get it close and show you. Can you see how it's separated, it's discolored, it's this weird texture in here. Yeah, this just has to go in the garbage, unfortunately. Should I smell it? I'm a little bit scared to smell it, actually. Oh, actually, it smells fine. I didn't use this today. I did try to use quite a few of these products today, but this has definitely turned. Let's see if I should give it a really good shake. Well, it does kind of go back together, actually. I was scared to use it today, so I didn't because it had all separated. But when I give it a good shake, and it smells fine, yeah, it smells fine. I do remember, and I talked about it in the video, about really liking this primer, but it's just not one I reach for. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. It smells fine. It did look scary, so I didn't use it today. It feels like a really light moisturizer, like a really light lotion. Yeah, no, I think it's okay. Okay, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it and try to get more use out of it. I think I even had this in my project pan. I just don't reach for it. Out of all the primers, I probably have, honestly, 40 primers in my collection. My primer collection is a little bit out of control, but this just isn't one I reach for. So, but it looks fine now that I've given it a good shake. Well, okay, we'll keep it for a little bit. Okay, and then next in there, I had talked about the Colourpop Hydrating Setting Mist. I really like that setting mist. If ever I'm ordering from the Colourpop website, I will definitely pick one up. It was nice, it was hydrating. It helped my makeup just sort of melt together. It didn't do anything for like longevity or anything like that, but it was just nice. And it was $12, it looks like, so, you know, not a bad price. I do like quite a bit of Colourpop stuff. The problem in Canada is I have to order it from the website. I don't think it's sold anywhere locally, and you know, of course in US dollars it's not bad, but by the time I pay exchange and shipping, it ends up being more of a mid-range, almost Sephora price point brand for me. So I do like, I liked almost everything I've tried from Colourpop, but it's not as inexpensive as it is if you're down in the US and can get it that way. Okay, next I talked about from Tarte, the See Yours and Mine Quench Lip Rescue. I don't know if it was these ones specifically. So these come in a bunch of different shades. The ones I have, these are both in the rosé. This is my favorite one. I have had more of them over the years, but this is just a beautiful tinted lip balm. I have it on my lips today. I love these and have continued to love them since I had them in that video. I keep one in my purse and one here on my desktop. And again, I'm not sure this rosé might have been a limited edition, but I have two of them and I love them. They're just so hydrating and comfortable to wear, and they just give this beautiful light tint to the lips. So really, really happy with those. And I think these are probably repurchased ones. Also, they have a really nice fresh mintiness to them that I like. So yeah, very happy with both with those still. Still one of my favorite tinted lip balm formulas. Okay, the next product that I talked about was this bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Airbrush bronzer, a matte bronzing filter for face and body, and I have it in 2 medium, and I have hardly used this, you guys. And I don't know why. You know, it did sit out here on my desktop for a long time. Typically, I go in with all cream products, and then I top them with powder products to help with longevity. So I did that today. I went in with the Rare Beauty new stick bronzer that I have, and then I topped my bronzer with this. It's beautiful. Like, it feels amazing. It's so soft. Probably not going to really be able to see that, but it is very light. So I think that's maybe some of it. Well, mind you, when I swatch it there, it doesn't look bad, does it? It looks good for my skin tone. Now, I am very, very fair. So if you're thinking of picking this product up and you were thinking about getting the #1 shade, I would say maybe go swatch it in store first, because this is the #2 shade and it's very, very light on my skin. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I should use it more than I do, but sadly, I haven't. I just have to be truthful, right? Like, you can see that's still a pretty full pan. I've hardly even dipped in there. Now, I think this was a Christmas gift from my husband, actually, and yeah, I need to get some use out of it. So I do have it sitting out here on my desktop, and I am gonna try to reach for it more often because that was too expensive of a product just to have go to waste. Okay, the next thing I talked about was from Isle of Paradise, and this is the self-tanning drops, and I pick up the medium one. This I've purchased more since then, and I'm kind of halfway through this bottle. These are gorgeous. These are still a fave. If you want just a subtle bronzy tanness to your skin. So again, I'm very fair and I go in with the medium, and it's a very subtle tan that I get with this. But what I love about these is, one, there's no smell. Like when I put these into my lotion, so that's what you do, is you just add a few drops of these into your whatever body moisturizer you're going to use. So I love that because I can use whatever heavy scented lotion I want to use, and I just add in a few drops of these and they give a nice subtle tan to my skin. They're perfect for that. So there's no weird smell. They're not streaky. I don't have to be super precise with it. It's very easy to use. So these are still a fave. I still really like those. And then I think I got this in a FabFitFun box, actually, but this is the Dr. Brandt PoreDermabrasion. I've had lots of these over the years. There's this version, which is a little bit less expensive, and then there's one that comes in a black tube that I prefer. However, for my skin right now, I still have this a year later. So for me, this is maybe a once a month at this point product. There was a time, actually a couple of years ago, I used to exfoliate daily. I would use like a physical exfoliator daily, and my skin now, like there's just no way. So I've had to adjust and modify my skincare routine over the last couple of years because my skin just every year gets more and more sensitive. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's age, menopause, I don't know, something. But anyways, I used to use this a couple times a week and now I use it maybe once a month. But it's a gorgeous product. If you're looking for a physical exfoliator, see if I can get a little tiny bit to come up. It's incredibly gritty. It won't come up there. It's all, I maybe have one or two more uses in here, but it's like sand. It's so gritty. It's like a really finely milled sand. So I do like this product. And if you're looking for a physical exfoliator, this one is really nice. How much is this? $74 though. So it is a little pricey for sure. Okay, next on here is this product from Becca. This is the Velvet Blurring Primer Perfecting Base. I used this today. I forgot I owned this. And this is fantastic. I love this primer. Do you know why I think I put it away though and stopped using it? Is because the pump doesn't work. So I have to like remove the cap and use it that way. But I absolutely forgot how much I loved this. And I used it today and I'm gonna leave it out here because I actually think it's almost empty. But can you see where that product is? It's a little bit color correcting. Does it say it's color correcting on here? Velvet Blurring Primer Base. No, it doesn't, but well, it says perfecting. Maybe that's what they mean. It feels like powder. So when I put it on, it goes on like a liquid. And then as it dries down, it becomes this beautiful powderiness. Like it doesn't look powdery, but it definitely blurs. Yeah, I forgot. I mean, of course you can't get this anymore because Becca has closed down, unless I think Smashbox is making a few Becca products, but I don't think this is one of them. So I forgot I owned this. I love this. This is amazing. So I'm going to keep it out on my desktop to use it up. And then another product that I talked about was from Maybelline. It's the Lifter Gloss. Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Moon. I have this on today. This is gorgeous. These Lifter Glosses are amazing, actually. And they come in a ton of shades. I should try some different shades of this, but they're so hydrating. They feel so nice on the lips. I've had this a year and it still smells fine. Has kind of a sweet scent to it. It's absolutely a dupe for the Fenty Gloss Bomb. And I think these are around $10. So love this. Absolutely love this product and would even, you know, once this one goes, I would pick up more and try different shades. I have so many lip products, so I can't just go out and buy more shades of this. I have to try to use some stuff up, but this has absolutely been a favorite over the year that I've had it. Okay, and then the next products I no longer have, so I'll put some little pictures up so you can see what I'm talking about. But I did have from Milani, it's the Rose Powdered Blush, and it was in Romantic Rose. Those are beautiful blushes, and the problem with that Romantic Rose is it was just too subtle of a color, and it didn't really show up on my cheeks. So I absolutely would pick that up in a different shade. I loved that blush, but I have passed that on because it was just too light of a shade for me. So again, keep that in mind if you're gonna pick up one of those Milani blushes. That Romantic Rose, again, very, very fair skin, and it just didn't really show up for me. And then I had some fails in here. One of them was the Elemis Superfood Glow Priming Moisturizer. That was actually probably the worst primer I've ever used. When I put my foundation over top, I looked terrible. Terrible. I only used it a couple of times and passed it on because that did not work for me. That primer was terrible. It was a glow primer and it just dried out my makeup and my skin. I looked, honestly, it aged me 20 years, easy. And then from Shop Miss A, I had picked up a couple of other things. So they had these bubble bars that didn't produce any bubbles. So not a good product. And then there was argan oil brush soap that didn't clean my brushes or my sponges and just made them sort of feel like they had a greasy residue on them. So yeah, those were fails. So that's all my products for December. Again, December of 2020, those are my faves and fails. So let's take a look at January. I did watch these videos too already, which it's always so hard to go back. It's hard to watch yourself on video just like across the board, but to go back a year ago, I was like, oh, that's awkward. Anyways. Okay, so I again in January talked about the sponges, and then I picked up a second brush. So this is again from Cala, and it's this slanted contour brush. I love these brushes. I would definitely pick up more. I typically use this one for bronzer. They're nice. They're soft, they're fluffy, they're synthetic, which I'm totally fine with. I don't need a real hairbrush. And they work well. So what more can you want for, again, $1.32? Yeah, so anyways, love these brushes from Shop Miss A and love the sponges. So from Rare Beauty, I had one of the Stay Vulnerable Melting Cream blushes in Nearly Mauve. And I have hit pan on this product, and I do have it right now in my current Shop My Stash. So I did just film that video where I'm trying to cycle through my products a little bit better, and I hadn't used this in a long time, so I did use this today, and I forgot how pigmented these are. You need the smallest amount. They feel incredibly creamy, so that's it there. Just incredibly creamy, but when you put it on, it kind of turns to a powder. Look how gorgeous those look together even, and I have both those on my face today. I forgot how much I loved this blush because, of course, I have purchased lots of blushes since this. This is fantastic. I love this. I know not everybody loves this. It kind of gets mixed reviews, but just know that it's extremely pigmented. When you put it on, it feels very creamy and emollient, and then it sort of dries down to a bit of a powder finish. For me, I love it, but again, maybe watch a few reviews if you're considering this product, because I've seen people here on YouTube talk about how much they don't like that product. Okay, next on here was this product from e.l.f. and this is the Mint Melt Lip Plumping Gloss. I think this has gone bad. It doesn't smell good. No, it doesn't smell good. These are beautiful. This adds just a beautiful iridescence to the lip. Like, it's so pretty. I would consider even getting more of like another one of these. Not that I need it. It has like a green shift, which it's beautiful on top of lip products. Should I put some on? It does kind of smell funky. Okay. How much could this hurt me, really? It doesn't smell good, you guys. It does have a bit of a tingle. It's subtle. I say that, however, I feel like maybe my lips just don't react to tingly things like other people's. So that's that product on. I do feel a slight tingle. It is minty. Like, I think it was really minty when I first got it. Now it smells like minty Play-Doh, but it's beautiful. But I have decided I'm not a good gauge on how plumping things are, because I watched Jessica Braun talk about how she couldn't even wear this product from Fenty. It's by Fenty Beauty, and it's one of their heat glosses. What do they call these? Oh, Gloss Bomb Heat. She can't even wear this because it hurts her lips so bad. I can't even feel this. I ran out and bought it because I was so excited. She's like, oh, the tingle's so outrageous. I'm like, perfect. I'll actually feel it. No, I don't. I don't feel this. However, it's a beautiful gloss. I like it. It's pretty. That's not what we're here for in this video, but let's put a little bit. Like, it's gorgeous. I love the Fenty Gloss Bombs, right? And that color is so pretty. I feel nothing. I feel nothing. My lips, I don't know what is going on. I want a super strong tingle. I'm after that, but this is nothing. I feel nothing. I don't know. I can kind of feel it a little bit on my tongue, actually, but on my lips, there's nothing. So anyways, yeah, I really like this. I do think this has gone bad though, so I'll probably just end up throwing it out, unfortunately. You can see I did use quite a bit of it. Like, it's down to there. I mean, not quite a bit, but I did get some use out of it at least. Okay, and then there's a couple things that I've used up, so I don't have them anymore. In a BoxyCharm box, I got a Pharmacy Daily Greens Oil-Free Gel Moisturizer with Moringa and Papaya. Loved that. It was a very light gel texture, and the best part about that lotion was how it smelled. It smelled so nice. It was hydrating. Even though it was in a light gel kind of base, I found it very hydrating. And then from Dr. Brandt, also in my BoxyCharm box, I got a Do Not Age with Dr. Brandt Triple Peptide Eye Cream. I have had many of those since. I'm not sure if that was my first one. It might have been. I don't think if they still make that product, I think they've changed it. They've either changed the packaging or the formula or something, but I have bought a few of those over the years in Boxy pop-up sales. It says it's an $82 product, and I think in the sales I got it for less than 10. Less than 10, I will buy an eye cream. More than that, I won't. It was a really nice eye cream. It was very hydrating. One of my favorites that I've used, actually, but I wouldn't pay $50, $60 for an eye cream, right? Like, I'll just use my moisturizer. So I don't have it anymore. I used it up, and I've actually used a couple since. And then this isn't that same product I talked about, but from Balm, I received in my box BoxyCharm box a sweet orange and coconut lip balm, and I've since repurchased a couple of them in the BoxyCharm pop-up sales. So I want to say these are $5 or $6 maybe in the BoxyCharm pop-up sales. Regular price, they're $33. I wouldn't pay $33 for a lip balm, but these are really nice lip balms. And it smells so nice. It's definitely this refreshing, sweet orange scent. And I love these. And I will continue to purchase them in the BoxyCharm pop-up sales for, you know, around $5. That seems reasonable to me. $33, no. However, they do have a lot of really funky scents in this on the Bali Balm website. So anyways, love this. It's still a favorite and I've repurchased, however, only when I can get it on sale. Okay, and then on a product that I did use up that I've talked about before that was a huge fail for me, but just was user error, was from Good Molecules, and it was the Discoloration Correcting Serum. It's an acid serum and it burnt my face so bad, but I just wasn't careful with it and I should have been. And so I went in and used it. I want to say I used it 3 or 4 nights in a row and my skin just freaked out. It was like my skin was like I'd had a chemical peel, even though I had only used that product. So I think it's a great product. I think it's incredibly effective. And if you're looking for some sort of overnight acid serum, that's at a great price point. What is that, $12? I ended up using it up on my body and didn't go near my face again with it. But yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with the product. I think just for me, for my skin and for how I used it, I ended up really, really hurting my skin. So, and then the last product I talked about was from Charlotte Tilbury, and I had bought a mini of the Hollywood Flawless filter. So that one I purchased in January of 2021, and I used up the mini, and then I have since, this is the full size. Interesting, I had that one in too fair, and in the full size it says it's too light. So I don't know, it's fine. I think it's pretty much the same shade. I'll just put it over here on the side. I use this as a liquid highlight and I love it. I have recently used it underneath my eyes before I put on my concealer. Love it. I've used it as a more of a priming step underneath foundation. Beautiful like that. Yeah, so that's it there. It's gonna be hard to see. It's subtle. Now I did go in with a highlighter over top, so, but I do have it on today. Beautiful. I topped it with one of the Becca highlighters that's in my Shop My Stash that I'm trying to use up. So I hope you guys enjoy these videos. It's so much fun for me to look back and see the products that I'm still enjoying, things that, you know, maybe I should get more use out of because I forgot about or just haven't, you know, used enough to justify the cost. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, if you would subscribe, that would be amazing. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.